Okay, so I'm coming at you here with a short-term setup just like we've done before, right? Think of it more like a price forecast for the coming day or so. But I am noticing it here both on XRP and Ethereum. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this thing started. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you here at 12:55 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday, November 1st, out of the spooky season and into the Thanksgiving season. All right, guys, so why don't we go ahead and get this thing rolling here. So, you know what? Yesterday's targets and actually yesterday's targets for XRP and Ethereum worked out pretty nicely. And now I'm starting to notice something very familiar. So, yeah, here, remember, guys, we were talking about this, you know, I kind of pointed out here a few times, the inverse head and shoulders, a little inverse herple-derple, and the potentials of a continuation to the upside, which we did get with targets on the upside as well, right? So just like we did here, we also noticed the similar situation on Ethereum, right? From these bottom sides right here, right? So we kind of put it out just like this here and got the targets that we wanted. And not only that is that we also put re-entry targets here, which we got pretty nicely as well. Okay, so this is where we are so far. Now, I want to take you to a smaller view, actually within this 4-hour time frame, still on both XRP and Ethereum. So this is what we're going to do. Let's just go ahead and zoom in like this and take a look at this now. And yet again, right, we have that weird little, you know, the little coloring book formation again. So now as we come on over here to Ethereum, and there it is, guys, just like it is on the displayed on the XRP chart, right? Take a look at that. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, so what does that do for us? Well, that does give us some opportunity here for the immediate short term. And it's funny because on both of these formations, it's very similar to the way it happened at first as well, right? So this is your tiny one here, right? Creating the shoulder here, your head, and then the lower shoulder, right? So look at this thing here, right? So it was kind of like that, right? We had the shoulder here, and then we created the lower shoulder here right before, of course, we created that one there. And yeah, it looks very familiar to the way this is happening. So it feels like it's kind of like the same thing, but only on a leg up for a potential upper target. So let's just go ahead and get those psychological targets out of the way real quick, and we should be good to go. You know, at least right now, price action is a bit peaceful, so I guess it would be okay for us to kind of just determine probabilities here, right? So I think this would be the better part of your neckline right here. And let's take into consideration from the center of your neckline all the way down to the center of the lowest part of the head. And that would be it there for the price objective. So somewhere around the center of the shoulder is where we're going with, let's see, how long do we have? We have 1 minute to close this 4-hour. All right, so I assume that it would be somewhere around there. Maybe in about 6 hours, 8 hours, there should be another, you know, leg up potential here. And so that, yeah, that could be leading to a target as high as around 277. Of course, we still have this, you know, this area here of around 268 and the area of around 269.84 to get out of the way, of course, guys. But yeah, there is a pretty nice confluence to some of the targets up here, right? So we're just going to go ahead and kind of attach them to a more tangible target. I think it would be right. You know what? Psychological against technical or historical, right, would be just about like this here as an overall upside target. Just about that. Okay, so you're looking at 272.61. Center area located just at about that 275.33 and 278.14. Of course, I'm more biased towards the lower end, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of focus it there first. This is what it would be. Now, guys, while I finish these targets here for you, and I have to repeat this every time, so please be aware, team, that I will never ask you for your information. I will never friend request you first or message you first ever. Okay, guys, I need you to be aware of that. There are a bunch of fake Arcas out there, and there's a lot of scamming going on. So I want you to know that I would never ever reach out to you first, okay? Never friend request you, nothing. When you join the Arca Bulls trading team in Discord, I'm not asking you for anything. I'm not welcoming you. I'm not doing nothing, guys. Okay, that's gonna be your fake Arcas out there. They're sitting in the portals, right, of the entries of Discord, and that's where they like to take over their. They like to take advantage of people. So guys, just take that as a warning. And so these would be the upside targets that I'm looking for as far as the inverse head and shoulders is concerned. Now, also guys, remember here that we do have resistances on the way up too, right? We've already faced some of those, like the 255, all that good stuff, right? So all of these still count as they are still part of the forward-looking analysis. Okay, so heads up on those. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly track Ethereum's target as well. So while I do this one, okay, there we go. There we go. Can't even talk right now. Sorry, guys. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so another thing, guys, is please remember that the master's course is officially open for enrollment. That's a 9-week mentorship program for $100 with me live. And I'd like for you to take advantage of it before those seats are taken. They're taken up, right? So enrollment is in the description below. And make sure to take advantage of it as soon as humanly possible. Okay, so these targets are absolutely confluent, right? And I do think that we have some pretty good space in light of these targets here. In fact, I'm going to create one more zone for Ethereum here for you guys. But guys, it is, as long as we have Ethereum kind of moving here, then that, that's a pretty good sign. And your equities market also just made a massive, weird recovery at the end of the day, which I kind of felt like was going to be the case, except I just didn't know exactly what time. And the timing of the market has just been all in all just a little weird here, right, guys? But I think this is a pretty good analysis already. Remember the targets up here, guys, and I'm gonna lightly focus this area here as yellow, and that'll give you the focus zone as to where I think targets can be. Light resistances, liquidity levels could be located here at 269.91, even in the area of 268.88. But nothing too extreme. In fact, guys, you know what? I'm gonna start making sure that I can highlight liquidity levels as just this aqua color, even if they're up or down, right? They will always be this aqua color despite of the direction of the market that we're going in, right? So the focus area would be yellow, and your take profit targets would always be just red, right? Just like this. And of course, guys, that yellow zone is not really potent right now, but we can always do this to it. There we go. Okay, guys. So just heads up, right? We still have resistances above us right now into the 250.82. Should price action come down just a bit, of course, we can still always face a downside here in the areas of 247.25 to 245.56. This is your traditional price action right now, guys. Okay, should there be some negative mention here, then there could be something weird to kind of toss this thing out of the way, but so far it's looking pretty good, right? And there's also another setup here on XRP, which is bull flag formation, right? So I'm just going to leave you here with this one more target, and everything should be cool. So just around this top side to this bottom side here, potential measured move. Okay, yep. It is confluent here to your 264.98. I'm still, in fact, that is a pretty nice zone there in the liquidity pocket. Just about like this here. All of these are relevant resistances, okay, guys? But of course, this one's liquidity, so we're just going to go ahead and kind of put it all as aqua and put some of these resistances there. Think of these as like your traffic lights as you make your moves to the upside, right? There's always going to be like a stop in the way before you continue going. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it right there. Should you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com and we shall be good to go. But okay, team, we shall speak later. Gator. All right, guys. Adios and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the Bell Manana. Adios, team.